Good morning, friends. Today we will discuss about the language specifying for lexical analysis. This is the lecture number 4 in the series of subject compiler design lectures. Okay. Prerequisites are the same that we have already discussed in previous lectures. You should have the knowledge of automata theory, context-free language or grammar, computer architecture, data structure, and simple graph algorithms. Okay. In this particular lecture, our agenda is a language for specifying lexical analyzer. We have already discussed about the topic lexical analysis. That is the first phase of your compiler, structure of compiler. In this lecture, we will discuss about the language that is specified for lexical analyzer. Okay, and then we will discuss how we can implement the lexical analyzer. First of all, we will discuss the language for specifying lexical analyzer. Okay. A lex source program is a specification of a lexical analyzer consisting of a set of regular expression with an action for each regular expression. Okay. Listen, lex source program is what? This is what the language for specifying lexical analyzer. Language means that will specify the lexical analyzer. Here, lex itself the language, or you may call it as a tool with the help of which you can design the or you can devise the lexical analyzer phase or lexical analysis phase. So here you can say that lex source program means this is the language or a tool is a specification of lexical analyzer. What it will consist of? First of all, it consists of a set of regular expression. I have already told you in previous all lectures that lexical analyzer will generate the tokens and regular expression is a notation that can be used to describe the tokens. Okay, lexical analyzer is what? To generate the token. It will generate the token, but who will describe those tokens? Regular expression will describe the token. So you can say that lexical analyzer, that lex source program, consists of a set of regular expression with an action. Action is what? Whatsoever the set of characters is. You may call it as the lexeme. I will tell you the concept of lexeme later. Till now, you just know set of characters or a sequence of characters that will pass with a particular pattern. Pattern for those, the pattern belongs to the tokens. For example, in previous lecture, we have discussed the pattern of identifier. Set of character will pass those patterns if those set of characters specify or match with that particular pattern. Then you will decide which type of token it was. Okay, so action is what? It generally tell the token that is being generated is of which category. Category means the token can be of identifier, can be of keywords, okay, can be of anything. That may be the part of tokens or that may be the category of token for each regular expression. So now you can again read this particular definition, and this time it is to be more clear for all of you. Lex source program is a specification of a lexical analyzer consisting of a set of regular expression with an action for each regular expression. Now what is action? You may call it as a piece of code which is to be executed whenever a token specified by the corresponding regular expression is recognized. Okay, now we will discuss with these particular points. Lex source is what? This is the source program. You will pass this lex source code into the lex compiler, and what it will generate? It will generate the lexical analyzer. You may call it as L. Okay, lex source program pass into the lexical compiler and it will generate the lexical analyzer. Now this lexical analyzer will be the system in which you will give the input your text, and it will generate the sequence of tokens. Okay, this is all about, or you may call it as a role of LAX. Role of LAX means what is the LAX source program. In previous lecture, while I told you about the concept of bootstrapping, this is the same thing. LAX source code is what? Compiler for language something, written in something and produce the target code for something. Okay, this is the same expression. LAX source means that will be the compiler, that will be the program written in some specific language, and you are using that particular program for some language, and that will generate the target code for something or some another language. While you will pass this program into the LAX compiler, it will generate the actual lexical analyzer. Okay, and that lexical analyzer now will be the system or will be the device from which you will pass the input text and you will get the sequence of token. This is the language for specifying lexical analyzer. In this particular slide, you all should know LAX is a tool with the help of which you can devise the lexical analysis phase, or you again call it as a LAX source program is a specification of lexical analyzer. Okay. Next is, every LAX source consists of two parts. First one is sequence of auxiliary definitions, and those auxiliary definitions statements are in the form of like D1 equal to R1. D1 stands for distinct name. Distinct name is what? That is short name or shorthand name for regular expression. And R1 stands for regular expression whose symbols are chosen from sigma. So like, what is the sequence of auxiliary definition? You can say that D1 equal to R1, D2 equal to R2, D3 equal to R3, and up to so on, Dn equal to Rn. And a sequence of translational rules of LAX program in the statement of the form like P1, A1, P2, A2, P3, A3, and up to so on, Pn, An. What is this P1, A1, P2, A2? This is P stands for pattern. Pattern means what? That will the pattern that your incoming stream of token will match with this pattern, and then identify which kind of token it was. So in a sequence of translational rules, we are having the pattern corresponding or associated with the action. Action is what? It will tell whether that the incoming stream of set of characters will match with the pattern or not. If it will associated with the pattern, if it will match with the pattern, then this action is what? Is a piece of code that is to be executed, and it will tell what kind of token it was. So this is the LAX source program that will consist of two things. First one is your sequence of auxiliary definition, and the next one is a sequence of translation rules. Okay. Next is PI. PI is in translational rules. We have discussed P1 A1 or PI AI. PI, a regular expression called a pattern. I have told you regular expression called a pattern over alphabet consisting of sigma and the auxiliary definition names. Pattern is what? It will describe the form of token. I have already told you this thing also. Each and everything I already told you that what we are going to discuss. Okay. In previous lecture, we have already made the foundation for the next lecture, so that if any kind of if any terminologies come, you all should know what it was, what it is. Okay. Like this is AI. I have already told you AI is what? I have in the previous slide, I told you action. Action where we have discussed this thing. We discussed this thing in the language specifying for lexical analysis in the very first slide, where I told you about the definition of LAX source code is a program. Okay, is a specification of lexical analyzer consisting of a set of regular expression associated with the action. And then I was told you what is action. Action is a piece of code. This is the same thing. AI is what? Program fragment describing what action the lexical analyzer should take when token PI is found. Okay, and your AI is written in a conventional programming language. It was written in a conventional programming language. Next is this is the behavior that follows while token is being generated. Listen, to create a lexical analyzer L created by Lex behave in the manner L read its input one character at a time until it has found the longest prefix of the input which matches one of the regular expression pattern. If you remember, then you will find this is what the working of lexical analyzer, where L lexical analyzer read its input one character at a time. I have told you lexical analyzer scan the source code character wise character. This is the same thing. L read its input one character at a time. Now until it has found the longest prefix of the input which matches one of the regular expression pattern. This I was told you that until it has found the longest prefix. Longest prefix means what? Till then the incoming stream of characters will match with the pattern, will match with the particular or a specific pattern, so that you can identify this will be a token of what kind. Okay. Then after, once L has found the prefix, L remove it. Lexical analyzer remove it from the input and place it in a buffer called token. Again, lexical analyzer then execute the action AI. After completing AI, L return control to the parser. L, that is lexical analyzer, again return control to the parser when requested to. I'll repeat this series of action on the remaining input. Okay. Now again I am briefing this particular slide to you. This is what the how we can find the tokens from the source code or the source language. First of all, your lexical analyzer will read the source code or the program, scan, read, whatsoever you want to say. Okay, read the source code character wise character until it has found the longest prefix. Longest prefix belongs to the pattern, means that longest prefix until your character wise character will match with a particular pattern. Okay, as and when you find that prefix, your lexical analyzer remove that particular stream of characters from the input and place it in a buffer called token. Now you may call that particular prefix as a token. Then lexical analyzer execute the action AI. And after that execute the action AI means it will return what token it has generated. And after that I'll return control to the parser, and it is to be repeated until the remaining input are there in your programming language or your source code, not programming language, in your source code. Okay. This is the implementation of lexical analyzer. Simple example should make the idea clear. Suppose we have the following Lex program. In Lex program, we have already discussed auxiliary definition, translational rules. These are the what I have written over here is no auxiliary definition. Auxiliary definition was the statement of the form di equal to ri, means distinct name, or you may call it as the shorthand name for regular expression. And ri is what the characters or the terminals that belongs to the sigma, or you may simply call it as the regular expressions. Symbol of the you can say that that is to be taken from the sigma. Okay. In this particular example, while we are going to implement the concept of lexical analyzer, all the auxiliary definitions are we have none, no auxiliary definition. In translational rules means PI. PI stands for pattern. AI stands for action. In all these three translational rules, we have omitted the action. No action is there. You simply have the regular expression, or you can say that this is the pattern. Pattern is what? First of all, you find only A symbol. Then you find ABB. Then A star B plus. These all are the symbols, or you can say that these are the regular expressions, or you can say that it is the pattern. Okay. Pattern is what? First of all, you will find the alphabet. In this, in that also. First state, you will find the letter C. This is A. If it is find, then the combination of letter or digits. Okay, but it is not mandatory that you should require only a letter. Okay, first you will find the letter. If there is a letter, you can say it as the it match with the pattern of the identifier, and you will define this is then a token of type identifier. So this is the translational rules. We have already discussed in class or in tutorial that you will first of all you will create the NFA for all these three, and then connect all these three NFAs with a transition on input null by input null, and you will connect all these three with a particular state with the transition on input null. Okay, and after that you will use the concept that I have told you about the null closure. In previous lecture we have discussed null closure of a regular expression or null closure of an NFA. Okay, you have already created the NFA with the help of null closure. Here what you will do, you simply do the one thing. First of all, make the NFA for all these three regular expressions individually. Then you will connect all these NFAs with a single state by using the transition on input null, and you will find the null closure of that. And after that the process will same that we have discussed in previous lecture while I told you about how you will find the null closure, and finally you will create the table, and at the end there are the three columns. First one is your symbols that you have already seen or that we have already discussed in previous lecture, and then input A or B, and then finally the third column you will write over there token find. Okay, that we have discussed in class. You can do the same thing. This is all about the implementation of lexical analyzer. Here I just give you the question, and this is the same question that I discussed in class. So you can follow the steps that we have discussed in class and complete this implementation of lexical analyzer. For this lecture, this is all about the language specifying for lexical analyzer and the implementation of lexical analyzer. If you have any doubt in these topics, you can ask me. Otherwise, for the day, I am done. Okay. This is the concept of lexical analyzer and how we can implement the lexical analyzer. Rest, these are the references. Many times I told you about this particular book, Alfred V. Aho and Jeffrey D. Ullman, Principle of Compiler Design. Okay, you can use this book. Each and everything that I am telling to you, you can find even the examples that we have discussed in the class, or the questions that I am taken from is from this particular book. You can use this book and solve your questions. Okay, unsolved questions, what the unsolved questions we have discussed in class are all in this particular book, and I am already providing you the solution for those questions into the class where I will discuss the problems. Okay, this is all about the reference section. You can use any of the book. Okay, if you have any problem, you can ask me. Okay, rest is fine. Thank you so much.